Ọ̀dọ́ ní kí n náà ló fẹ́ fi jáfẹ́.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I believe you can hear me. I need us to confirm we can. Good morning to you, sir. I see I'm Felix. Good morning to you, sir. I see Jonathan. Good morning to you, Rocco Okeya. Good morning to you. All right, very good. Loud and clear from Felix. Thank you very much, sir. Chinedu, thank you. Good morning. You're welcome. It's great to have you join us. Um, Ecolans for DJ. I hope I got that right. Good morning to you, sir. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. And I see Soji Pamoroti. Thank you for joining us, sir. You are welcome. Okay. It's all clear. I see Victor. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. All right. Let's get right to it. Good morning once again. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, traders as well. You're just joining us for the first time too. It's great to have you join us. Good morning to you. You're welcome. It's another brand new trading week. Of course, the new year has started already, and I really do hope we're hitting it as hard as we can. Um, this is our morning market review. Again, this section holds every day, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. So on a daily basis, you get to meet with our top analysts. And on this forum every day, what we do is to look at what's going on in the markets in terms of fundamentals and technicals. Thank you very much, Felix. I wish you the same. So we get to look at what's going on in the markets in terms of fundamentals and technicals, technical setups. Also, this is also with the hope that we'll be able to pick a few entries from this sessions, pick trade ideas for today and even for the rest of the week as well. And as I always say to us, it is also with the hope that when you have listened long enough here, you are also able to understand. Victor, can you slow down? You are also able to come up with your own profitable strategies that give you an edge over the market. All right. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Usually, I like to start with the majors. Here's with USD as one of the currencies, and from there we start examining other pairs that will be looking out for trade opportunities and the assets we can also add to our watch list. Of course, the financial markets started 2025 with some really aggressive moves. If you have been following, it's quite obvious. The USD index, for example, remains strong, thereby pushing pairs like Euro USD, Pound USD below critical levels. Uh, USDC to facing a significant test, USD cards approaching really high levels as well. Of course, we'll be looking at some of this on our chart. So I'm going to switch straight to MetaTrader 4 to check out what we have. Just a minute while I do that. Okay, so I have MetaTrader 4 up, and I believe you can see my screen, right? Victor, don't worry, we're going to get to those assets in a minute. It came rather too early though. I mean your request. Okay, so can we confirm we can see my screen so I'm sure we're on the same page and we can push forward. One or two confirmations, so we push forward. Can you see my screen? I have MT4. Anyone? All right, thank you very much. All right, so we start from the DXY for short, USD index. In December, I highlighted the series of news that we got uh, that contributed to this bullish move that we see on the DXY, the dollar index. We got Federal Reserve rate cut by 0.25%, down from 4.75%. GDP to increase to 3.1%. And then we also got unemployment claims too. That also dropped. And then I also remember telling us about the DXY needed to have a convincing break above this 108 level. Convincing break above this 108 level. And then interestingly, we got that and price pushed towards this 109 level. Okay. Now, so the DXY finally tested that significant level at this 109. I've highlighted this level to us in this forum. And this, if you look at it, it also marks the weekly imbalance from 2022. And imbalances like this usually act as magnet for price. It's on the weekly time frame. I'm going to show us in a minute. Right, this is what I mean. This candle here, this candle right here. All right, you could see that since we got this bearish candle, there have been no significant pullbacks to that candle. And like I said, these types of candles are imbalances in the market, and price usually would target such candles. Okay, and eventually we're seeing a pullback. We're seeing the most significant pullback into that weekly imbalance that we have. And I've also told us about how, of course, we're just going to use the weekly time frame for to get a deeper understanding of what's happening. We're not taking trades here. It's just to give us the overall perspective. We're really not paying attention to the weekly time frame or monthly for our trades as day traders. And again, the simple reason is because these time frames are so far out that it really doesn't have much relevance to our trading as day traders again. So we use it to understand what's happening, to get perspectives, and then we go to a much lower one for entries. All right. So finally, we got that push into that imbalance that I showed us. So it's now at 109, price push to 109. And then, of course, it's as bullish as this may seem, it's also not immune to pullbacks. And that's why we're currently seeing this correction, especially because this 109 is also quite significant. Now, for me, I am not quite convinced this will be the top for the DXY. What that means is that we could potentially see higher prices. We could potentially see higher prices from this level. it's very much possible. I'm not convinced this will be the top for that this 109 level will be the top for the DXY. And again, to further strengthen that claim, if you look at this trend line here, this is from beginning of 2023. This trend line here, beginning of 2023, as resistance. Fast forward to this period, sometime in March as resistance as well. Fast forward to October as resistance. Fast forward to November as resistance as well. So that trend line is quite significant. So again, because I'm not convinced this will be the top for the DXY, what it means is that we could see a push. We could see a push towards this level. We could see a push towards this level, and this may play out in the coming days, and the coming weeks, or in the coming months, depending on what we get. All right. So currently, price is here at this 108 level, and then you would remember that, or you would recall that this 108 level, we were actually waiting for price to break above 108 level towards 109 and possibly 110. And now that price is back here, I expect at this level now, if we get some bullish pattern from this level, if we get some bullish pattern from this level, it will mean that the bullish move would continue right from that level. However, it's also possible that we get a much deeper correction, maybe back to this 107 level. Then we would also expect at that level that the bullish move continues. So depending on how this plays out from this current level 108, or if we get a much deeper pullback into 107, then it will be our confirmation to join the bullish trend, Okay. So whether we get higher prices here, is now largely dependent on the DXY taking out this 109 price level. That's to take out this 109 price level. If we see that, then we can expect higher prices. And then if you also look at the structure of currency pairs like the USD CAD, which we'll get to in a minute, it also suggests this dollar rally isn't over yet. Again, and of course, there are no guarantees. All right. So having said that for the USD index, now let's head over to Euro USD. Victor, I hope are still pretty much attentive. All right. So Euro USD right here, Euro USD coming up. Fantastic. All right. So for Euro USD now, it's breaking down to start year 2025. It's breaking down to start year 2025. I remember the last trading day of 2024 on this forum. We were here, and then I was highlighting to us how at that time we had this consolidation right here. We had this consolidation between 1.04575 and 1.035. Price was consolidated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trading days right here. 11 trading days. We got that consolidation for Euro USD between this resistance and this support. And then to start 2025, second, there was holiday on the first, and then second, we got a breakdown of that support side at price level 1035. Now, even though this 1035 level is very significant, this downtrend since October, since we got this double top pattern, it's been giving us series of lower highs and lower lows up until when this support level was broken. Okay, So even though it's quite significant, uh, this move, uh, the lower highs that we have been seeing, these lower highs and the lower highs into this support have been convincing signals that a breakdown was imminent at that time. So eventually that played out quite nicely, and then we got a break below this 1035 level. And then similar to the DXY, the Euro USD, this pair too, has also has this weekly imbalance that I really think would also play out. I'm going to highlight it to us on the weekly time frame right here. You'll notice that this is very similar to what we saw on USD index, So for this reason here too, I also think that we may see lower prices for Euro USD as well. So just like on the USD index, we're expecting this level to act as magnet for price, which we are currently seeing. Also for Euro USD, this level too will also act as a magnet for price. So that means that we may also see lower prices, especially to this parity level at 1.0. Okay, but for that to play out, this is also not immune to pullbacks and corrections. And so for that to play out, I'll be looking at this resistance here back to 1.04575. I'll be looking at price coming back to this resistance and then look for sell opportunities around this resistance, sell opportunities around this resistance level. And then we also have this 50 period moving average, which would also act as magnet for price. So if we have that pullback into this area, then I'll be looking out for short opportunities around that area to join the trend, Okay, that's for Euro USD on the daily time frame, for Euro USD on the daily time frame. Of course, I've also mentioned to us how we use the daily time frame to understand direction. On this chart, we can find the trend and also important support and resistance levels. So this is usually our anchor chart where the main analysis is carried out, and then we can go lower for entry opportunities. Ruby Emmanuel will get there in a minute. All right. So that's it for Euro USD. That's my expectation. And then it's also important to highlight this. It's also important to highlight this on the same Euro USD. Right. What do I want to point out here? It's the fact that we could also have a potential fake out here. We could also have a potential fake out here. What does that mean? That's a breakout that failed. Now, in the midst of this consolidation for about 11 trading days, we got a breakdown of the support level. We got a breakdown. Now, ideally, we're supposed to see a pullback and then trend continuation. We're supposed to see a pullback and then trend continuation. However, if we don't see that, then there is also, like I said, a potential fake out, a breakout that failed. So if we are seeing a close back above this support level at 1035, if we now see price continue to push higher, then this may be a fake out, and then fake outs like this usually trigger an extended move or extensive move in the opposite direction. We also need to put that at the back of our mind. All right, so that's for Euro USD. Moving on to Pound USD now. Moving on to Pound USD, very similar to Euro USD. Okay, so during the last session, during the last trading day, this was December 31. All right, so at that time, let me zoom this a little bit. And then I highlight that candle again. Yeah, this one here, December 31, last trading day of 2024. Okay, so this pair to pounds USD also started the year with a breakdown of that very significant level. Significant because this trend line here, you have been following us. I've mentioned this several times. All right, so this trend line here, this same one here, dates back to sometime in March 2023. Sometime in March 2023. That's how significant it is. Created multiple support levels at that trend line. 1, 2, 3, and then we continue to push forward. Okay, right here, and then here as well. And then we saw some consolidation phase, and to start 2025, we got a breakdown of that level. Okay. Now, if you look at all of this pressure here, we combine this with the DXY rally that we just talked about. We'll see how this is looking increasingly bearish for the pound. We said at that time that in order for this to play out, to break below this trend line, then the DXY needed to climb above 108 level. So we got that. And then it's not surprising to us that we got this breakdown of this trend line eventually. Now, the breakdown of this trend line could now signal further losses ahead. Of course, we're also seeing a correction. All right, so this pullback that we currently have, we can expect it to come to maybe retest this top of the initial consolidation that we got here. We come to 12,600 level. We come to this level, and then at that level, we now look for short opportunities. Now, this correction that we currently have may also be an opportunity to go long. It also be an opportunity to buy. But of course, that would be pullbacks, and I personally don't like to trade against the direction. I would rather wait for price to come back to this resistance. I check out the kind of I need to see selling pressure at that resistance, and then that will be my trigger to sell. That will be my trigger to sell. That will be my expectation for pounds USD. Okay. Euro NZD. I think I saw something interesting here that may eventually play out. On Euro NZD. Why is that? If you look at the level here, right, if you look at the level here at 1839, around price level 1839, you'd see how it's been quite significant. Let me see if we had it somewhere here. Okay, even back in 2020, even back in 2020. All right, just to show us why that level is significant. Okay, so fast forward to what we currently have. This period here, we'll see how price closed above the 1839 level. Price closed above it, but we didn't get any follow through at this time. And this was sometime in July 2024. Closed above that resistance significant level at 1839, and then we didn't get a follow through. Ideally, as soon as price closed above 1839, we should have seen higher prices from that level. Should have continued to see higher highs and higher lows. But what happened? Price closed back below that level, and then we got this aggressive move to the downside. So typically, this is a fake out. And I've mentioned quite a number of times as well that fake outs like this usually will trigger an extensive move in the opposite direction. So potentially, we could see a similar scenario play out at this current level. This was July 2024, and we're seeing a repeat of that December 2024. Price closed above 1839, but we didn't get a follow through, and then this bearish candle here closed back below 1839. So potentially we could have a fake out as well, similar to what we got back in July here. Then from that level, we could also see an extensive move in the opposite direction. And then today, we're already seeing this bearish candle. So at the end of today, if this is confirmed, then there's a high possibility that we're going to see lower prices from that level. All right, that's for Euro NZD. All right, moving on to USD CAD. Also important to highlight this to us. It's one that I believe we took advantage of it, because I remember highlighting to us this very significant consolidation on USD CAD here. This one here that lasted for more than 2 years, And I also mentioned to us that the more an asset ranges like this, the more aggressive the resulting breakout is likely to be. And I also mentioned to us here on this call that once we get this breakout, we can expect a very explosive move higher. And so far, this delivered about 500 pips to measure it from when the breakout happened. About 500 pips. Excuse me. Okay, so delivered over 500 pips since that breakout happened. Very, very significant, quite massive right there. Okay, so what happens next? What happens next? Now, in the middle of this aggressive move towards this resistance here, we also saw how this consolidated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 trading days. Got this consolidation for 14 trading days, and then eventually we got this breakdown of the support level of that consolidation phase. Okay, so what does that mean again? This is one level that I'm also watching around this trend line. So because this is also not immune to pullbacks, we may see price extend into this area. We may see price extend into this area, and then probably towards this 1420 level. And from that level, it's possible we now see higher prices from that level. So because of this correction that we're seeing, because of this correction that we currently have, we may see lower prices. Price may continue to extend lower from the current level. That's one to watch. If you are someone that trades pullback, this will be an opportunity to sell. If you are someone that trades pullback, you may want to look for sell opportunities towards this level, towards this area here. And then this will be an area that I'll be watching very closely in order to join this bullish trend that we have. All right. That's for USD CAD. Yes, it does. A Labor Day is scheduled. It does. Definitely. So when we get a fake out like that, the ideal thing is that we expect an extensive move in the opposite direction of the fake out. So once we get a fake out to a resistance area, then we can expect price to continue to push lower So that means we'll be looking for sell opportunity for as long as the move lasts, for as long as the move lasts. Usually presenting fantastic trade opportunities. I can show us plenty examples. I can show us plenty examples of fake outs. And this is one right here. This is one right here. Price broke below this significant support level on USD CAD. Ideally, when price broke below that level, we should continue to push lower. We should continue to see lower highs and lower lows from that level. But that didn't happen. Price closed back above that support level at 1320. And then what happened immediately after that? We saw this aggressive move to the upside. So fake outs like this usually presents good trade opportunities when you spot it. Okay, so that's for USD CAD. That's for USD CAD. Moving on to NZD USD, I added this to highlight this level to us. It's also one to watch. You want to add this to your watch list. Reason is because all right, this is if you look at this is also an example of a fake out. Price took out this resistance here, but we didn't get a follow through. Should have continued to push higher. Since price broke above resistance, should have continued to push higher, but we didn't get that. Instead, we saw an aggressive move in the opposite direction. Fast forward to this period, similarly, this period here, again, price took out this resistance, but couldn't continue to push higher. This one here. Couldn't continue to push higher. And what happened? An aggressive move in the opposite direction. We see another example of a fake out. Now, this aggressive move found support towards this 0.555 level. Why is that important? If we look back, see this level here. This was 2022, sometime in October 2022. This level acted as support, and then price pushed higher from that level. So technically, we may see a similar move since price approached the support from this level now, beginning to see buying pressure. So what this means is that price may continue to push higher towards this level at 0.587. So what it means is that as far as this pullback is active, as far as this correction is active, we continue to look for buy opportunities towards that resistance, However, if price takes out this support level at the same 0.555, then we may expect further downside for NZD USD. Or if price takes out the support and then we get a close back above, then we may also have a potential fake out right here. We may also have a potential fake out, and then like you are saying, that may also trigger an expensive move in the opposite direction. So it's one to watch. That's why I added it to our list of assets for today. Okay, so let's push forward to okay, let's check out what's happening with gold before we come back to these other assets if time permits. Yes, for Daniel, we'll get there in a minute. All right, so for gold now, this is on the 4 hours time frame. Is on the 4 hours time frame because I saw this Fibonacci extended it from this high to this low right here to get pullback levels from this high to this low, from 100 beginning of the trend to the end of the trend, this downtrend here. All right. And then initially, it was a struggle taking out this 38.2 level. It was a struggle taking out this 38.2 level. We got the first attempt here. We got the second one right here. Price pushed lower, and then eventually we got a close above, a close and a follow through above the 38.2 level and towards the 61.8 Fibonacci level. Okay, so now that price is above this 38.2 level, we have a very high probability of seeing higher prices from this level. So what that means is that we wait for a buying pressure, and then we could also see that currently prices above the 50 period moving average. We say prices above the 50 period moving average. So what we need to see here would be buying pressure, bullish patterns to buy, bullish patterns to buy. However, if we get a close back below this 38.2 level, now all of this is happening on the 4-hour time frame. I'm using the 4-hour time frame now to highlight this. If we say a close back below this 38.2 level at price level 26.35, we see it close back below that level, then we may have further push to the downside. Or as long as price stays above that 38.2 level, there is a high probability that we see price retest it 61.8 Fibo level at around price level 26.68. All right. Pensky says audio is going on and off. Can we confirm that? I need 1 or 2 people to quickly confirm that. So I'm sure it's not from my end, or if it is, I can make some adjustments. Someone says audio is going on and off. Is that correct? All right. So Daniel says our audio is very okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So that's the expectation that we have for gold. And like I said, it's also above the 50 period moving average, which also signifies strength. However, we need some buying pressure above that 38.2 level. If what we get, on the other hand, is a close back below that level, then we may see further push to the downside. Or if we get some bullish pattern around this current level, then we can expect price to push back towards the 61.8% Fibo level. All right. So it can't be my audio because I have feedbacks that says that the audio is very loud and clear. So if it's going on and off at your end, you may want to check your audio devices. Thank you very much for the feedbacks. Okay, oil here, yeah, it's also want to see. All right, Shadrach, thank you very much for the feedback. Oil here is also one to see. For those of us who took advantage of this, and I really do hope we did, because it played out really fantastic. It played out really fantastic. It was towards the end of December. I highlighted this resistance and support levels to us here on this forum, and how this was beginning to approach the tail end of this triangle, And then I also remember mentioning that the direction of the breakout would determine where price goes. And eventually, price broke to the upside. I think it was the last trading day of 2024, right? It said 2024, December 31, last trading day of 2024. Price broke above that resistance of this triangle that we see here. And then, of course, that was our signal to buy. That was our signal to buy. If you look at what happened throughout this period, resistance right there, right here as well, resistance as well, and then here as well, a few pips here, and then here as well. It missed it by a few pips here, and then here as well. And eventually, price broke above the resistance, and then, like I said, that was our trigger to buy after that close above resistance. We look at the lower time frame, we got a retest. You see it here. Price took out that resistance on the 4 hours time frame. Here we got a retest and then confirmed by this bullish engulfing pattern. Right, confirmed by this bullish engulfing pattern. All right, played out beautifully. Played out beautifully. All right. So price approached this resistance. Approach this resistance. We got a fantastic move to resistance at 77. And then currently we're seeing a sell-off from that resistance, which is expected anyway. We're seeing a sell-off from that resistance. All right. So what happens next? What happens next? It's still pretty much above the 50-period moving average resistance at 77. So what we need to do here is to wait for price to come back to support, to come back to a support level. Yeah, come back to support level, which is this area, for another opportunity to buy, just like we got here. So we can expect this price to come back into this support area, and then that would be another opportunity to buy. In the event that what we have is a close back below that level, that means we may be seeing a much deeper pullback. We'll be seeing a much deeper pullback. We get a close back below. All right. So now let's look at US 100. Yes, let's look at US 100. Obasanjo. Okay, because we are Obasanjo, we're definitely going to look at USDC because we are Obasanjo. US 100 first for my friend Idris. Okay. What's happening with US 100? What's happening with US 100? It's one asset that we have also talked about multiple times on this forum. No doubt, it's been in a long-term bullish trend. And then we have this ascending channel as well. Okay, let's see to get some overview. Okay, so the last time we talked about US 100, I was telling us about how price is now or was now bouncing off this lower trend line here, bouncing off this lower trend line at around this area. Now we saw price took out this level, broke below the trend line support here, below that trend line support, and then closed back above that same trend line support. All right. So let's see. This level is what I'm talking about. All right. So if after breaking below this trend line support, it found support at 21,000 price level, found support right here, and then we saw it close back above that trend line. Okay. So this level here, 21,700. Let me see why I have that. Okay, it's too far out. Let's just go back to this level. Let's check on the 4 hours time frame. Okay, right here as resistance, right here as support, as resistance. Okay, here too. All right. So for US 100 now, for US 100, this is the level to watch. This 21,700 level is the level to watch. Okay. So from this level now, we're already seeing some buying pressure here. So if at the end of this 1 hour, because we are now on the 1 hour time frame for entry opportunity, if at the end of this 1 hour time frame we have a bullish pattern, maybe a bullish engulfing, just like we got back here, we have that, then we may see price push higher from that level. However, if what we get is a close back below that price level, then we would expect price to come back to this trend line, and then at that trend line, we wait for some buying pressure to long. If we don't get that and we see a much deeper pullback, then we can expect lower prices for US 100, So this level, like I said, is one to watch, and then followed by this trend line here. Right, the same trend line here has acted as support multiple times. So say multiple times. We got a break below it. It closed back above that trend line. So this level, like I said, is one to watch. This area here. US 100. Adeyemi Olalekan, you just join us. You're welcome. Or maybe not. It's good to have you. You're welcome, sir. All right. So I remember Obasanjo. So we need to go back to USD CHF just because he's Obasanjo. USD CHF. Okay, for USD CHF, we saw this break above the trend line here. Let me check weekly, maybe it will be more visible. Right, from this level here. From this level, this trend line resistance here as resistance right here too. Here and here as well, resistance. So eventually price took out that resistance, and then that, of course, signifies strength, signifies strength, taking out that trend line resistance, and even breaking above this resistance here at 89,400, at 89,400. Price took out those two levels, the trend line and then this resistance level. Of course, that's, like I said, signifies strength. Okay, so what it means is that we're still looking for opportunity to buy. We're still looking for opportunity to buy. Okay, on the 4 hours time frame, price is retesting that trend line. Let's go back to it to see what we have. Okay, so on the 4 hours time frame, price is here at that trend line, price is here. So what this means is that we just need to see some buying pressure at this level. We need to see some buying pressure at the current level. Let's see what it looks like on 1 hour. Okay, this is what we have on 1 hour. I'm sure we'll be able to connect this trend line here on this 1 hour time frame. we see higher low here. All right, so from here now, we may see some buying pressure. We continue to see higher prices from this current level. If, however, we get it close below this trend line, this is on 1 hour time frame now, then we may see price push lower from that level. But as it is currently, this is bullish. As it is currently, this is bullish, especially if we end up taking out this closing above this 50-period moving average. Then we can expect higher prices from that level. Okay. GE. Okay, let's look at DAX and then we close on that note. Let's look at DAX. Of course, this is also bullish, and we have this ascending channel right here as well. Broke above this resistance. We saw it close above that resistance towards the next resistance at 2,500. We got a retest back here, and then we're seeing trend continuation. We're seeing trend continuation. However, let's go to 4 hours first. Okay, how about 1 hour? Right. Okay, so this is the level to watch. This is the level to watch, and then we're already seeing some buying pressure at that level. Okay, so if at the end of this 1 hour, this is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, on 30 minutes, it's already pushing higher. We're seeing a follow through. So this is still very much bullish. It's still very much bullish. Still very much bullish on DAX. Except we now get a close back below this level. That's when this will turn bearish temporarily. Turn bearish temporarily. Right, perfect. Okay. If you were here when I talked about NZD-USD, it's similar to what we have for AUD-USD. Also looking at this at 0.62 level, that's AY is what I see here for AY. It's similar to the analysis we did for NZD-USD. That's AUD-USD. It's found support at this 0.62, and then we're seeing some buying pressure. This buying pressure here will continue towards this resistance at 64,500. This is the 50-period moving average again, which will also be a magnet for price. But currently, we have some bullish pressure. We have some buying pressure right there until we see a close back below that support. All right. So it's been a really great session, I believe. This will be a good place to leave it for today, right on time. We have multiple assets that we've been able to analyze so far for trade opportunities when they eventually play out. All right, it's been a great session. It's been really nice talking to us today. I wish us a great trading day. Thank you very much for joining. See you next time.